The journey continues. I decided today we are reacting to Heathens. I figured I would like to get the more mainstream ones that I've heard of before out of the way right now. I do believe that this song was used in the movie Suicide Squad, which I never saw. I also heard that this song may have a bit of lore to it. So I apologize if I don't pick up on certain things because I'm just getting started. But be sure to let me know in the comments what things I may be missing. Also, before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been subscribing, everybody in the comments who's helping me and guiding me along this journey. You guys mean a lot to me and I really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into it. No expectations, no rewinds. It's like a movie.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
Ooh.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make
Is that Will Smith?
moves.
Are these the people from the movie in the video? Alright. All his friends are heathens, take it slow. And then he says, you don't know the half of the abuse. So all his friends are heathens. So he's telling people to tread lightly. Because you don't know half of the abuse. You don't know what these people have been through. So take it easy.
Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades.
Ooh.
You living on the side.
Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains would change from hand grenades. To me, that means just because we seem a certain way or we may not come off as violent or angry or whatever, emotional, doesn't mean that we don't feel that way inside. Which reflects back to what he just said about all his friends are heathens, take it slow, and the whole you don't know the half of the abuse thing.
Sitting next to you, you living under murder. Sitting next to you, you think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
I love the drumming.
We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You laugh some weird people sitting next to you. You think I did not get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget.
So, I mean, I could be wrong, but in that part, he's saying that, you know, still following up with the whole you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what they're experiencing. You don't know what they feel inside. I guess he's kind of saying that, you know, you may be wondering, like, maybe he's talking about, because he is in jail in this video or prison, and I don't know if he's speaking as a prisoner, like for the prisoners, saying that like you'll like basically you'll wonder how I got here sitting next to you, maybe because, you know, their appearance, the way they're coming off, doesn't seem like somebody who's violent, somebody who's dealing with certain things, somebody who's that type of person. So they're wondering, what are you doing here? Why are you sitting here in a situation that I'm in when I'm clearly a certain way? And I know what I've been through, but what have you been through, basically? So that's kind of what I'm getting.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
That would be crazy if these are actual prisoners from the prison, because I'm assuming this is an actual prison. If not, it's a crazy set. These are scenes from the movie, I guess.
Why'd you come? You knew you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to buzz. It looks like you might be one of us.
That end kind of got me. So, first of all, as always, just amazing message. From what I'm getting from it anyway. Like I said, all his friends are heathens, take it slow. You don't know the half of the abuse. So basically, you don't know what people are going through. You don't understand their life. You don't understand their mental. So, take it easy on people, which is something I love because, I believe in don't judge a book by its cover. And also, everybody's dealing with something. Everybody is dealing with something. And that's something, it's different things for most people. Like, I hate when people just feel like because they're going through a certain thing that whatever it is they're going through is worse than what you're going through or somebody else is going through. Like, this person might be experiencing, XYZ, and it's their rock bottom, it's their end of the world, the most traumatic, crazy thing they've ever experienced. But the person next to them that they're talking to, whatever, they might be also going through XYZ, which is their rock bottom, their worst experience. And just because it's a different rock bottom for them and a different, terrible experience, doesn't mean that that's not their rock bottom. It doesn't have to be that we all have to experience the same trauma, the same, oh, my abuse was worse, or my mental issues are worse than yours. You should be happy. You shouldn't be feeling this way. You should only know what it's like to be me. No. For them, they know what it's like to be them. So for them, that is their rock bottom, whatever that may be. So I believe in the whole concept and idea of, everybody is dealing with something, and nobody's rock bottom or worse is worse than or better than yours. But basically, the whole end of this music video, I'm kind of a little tossed on, so I'm going to need you guys to kind of explain it to me a little bit. The whole idea of him being surrounded at the end of the video, I couldn't fully pick up. And then he also said something at the very end there. I'm forgetting it now. But basically, he's saying that, like, I told you not to get yourself in here. I told you not to put yourself basically in this position. And now look at you. You're one of us. You're just like us. So I don't know if that was supposed to mean, coming from, the person or whatever in the song where he's referring to the people that are looking at you as if, they don't realize what you're dealing with and they're wondering why you might be in the same place as them. Maybe now that person is now realizing and seeing this side of you and understanding that, you are here. You do belong here because you are going through the same types of things. But then the whole being surrounded by the police or, whatever, the guards after, I'm kind of a little tossed on. So I'm going to need you guys to fill me in on what I'm missing here. The other cool thing that I think is pretty funny, I guess you can say, or ironic, or that may be the intention, but it seems to me, and for me personally, as somebody who battles with, mental illness and, different things, depression, anxiety, other things I don't want to mention on YouTube, but I feel like the fact that I connect to their music so much and I'm now basically a fan is, it's funny that he's saying all this and he's saying all my friends are heathens, take it slow. So it's almost like he's talking to me specifically, or us as fans specifically, and saying that, don't judge us, understand us, learn us, realize that we are experiencing certain things, and that's why we connect with this band so much. That's why we feel their lyrics and their story so much, because we are all going through stuff. We are all experiencing these things. And I think that's sick. Like, that's a whole crazy concept for me. The other thing I want to know is, was this a song before the movie and they decided to use it for the movie, or did they write it specifically for the movie? Because every time I hear a song in a movie, I always wonder that. And I know, like, certain songs, yes, they specifically went to that artist and asked them to make a song for that movie. But I know other times there happens to be a song and they use it for the movie or show. Like, I believe Billie Eilish, what was it? Ocean Eyes was used in 13 Reasons, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe that was a song already, and then they used it for the soundtrack to the show. So I love that. I think that's awesome. But I'm curious, was this a song already and then used, or did they write it for the movie? So if you know that, also let me know. But this was another banger. Like I said, I've heard it before. The only words I ever knew before watching this video was, all my friends are heathens, ba ba ba. I didn't even know that next line. So even though I heard the song, just like I said in my Coldplay Paradise video, there's a difference between hearing something and listening to it. Big difference. So I'm glad I actually took time to listen to this now. I still don't know if the movie's something I would be able to get into, but who knows? Maybe I'll check out the movie that the song's from. But listen, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. We just hit 84 subscribers at the time I'm filming this video. So once again, thank y'all so much. Let's hit 100 together. Let's keep this journey going, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.